Morning. Welcome to day 6 of my solo trip around Thailand. Last night I arrived in Pang Ung, and I'm probably saying that wrong. It's a lake right in the north, very north of Thailand, 5 kilometers away from the border of Myanmar. It's absolutely stunning here. This morning all the monks were chanting and the locals were giving them you know, offerings and stuff. And this morning I woke up in this tent, and lovely and warm last night, my little mats, and yeah, all the Thai people are having barbecue breakfast and on the little boats. Yeah, if you're new here, basically I'm just documenting what it's like to travel by yourself around Thailand. We're having a good time, aren't we? Guys, we're having a good time, yeah? Today, the plan is have a couple more hours sleep and then drive to Pai, which is a very popular place and it should be busy. I'm kind of looking forward to going to Pai and I'm kind of not, but we'll get into that when we get on the bike. So I'll see you when we're on the bike leaving this beautiful lake and on the way to Pai. So yeah, roll the intro, yeah? Okay. Slight problem. Had breakfast, had coffee, and it was raining. Not heavy rain, but misty rain. That kind of rain that soaks you right through. So I waited, had a little bit of breakfast, then had a bit of brunch, and then had a bit of lunch. And it's still just raining, that real fine rain. So two things can happen. It's either just here because we're so high up, and when I get down the hill, it'll be clear and beautiful and we can film. Or it is raining all over the area and it's going to be a miserable 3 hours drive to Pai, where I'll be scared shitless going down steep mountains with a very poor and overweighted bike on a slippery mountain road. So yeah, I'm going to put my camera away. Safety first, guys, yeah. I got my big poncho on. This thing is flex. I don't even know what that word means, but I think it means cool. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay. Miserable, 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 cold and wet. This jacket's doing its job, but it's somehow, I didn't realise I didn't have this done up. So all of the rain that has been hitting my fat chubby face has been funneling down. So all my chest and stomach is soaked. Hands and feet are soaked through. Yeah, and that road, we'd be going up and down those mountains. So going up is freezing cold. And then coming down, you know, the only way I've been dealing with like thinking I'm gonna die is just by like singing along to my tunes in my earphones. I said maybe I don't wanna die today on this mountain road, 'cause I just wanna go to Pai. Maybe I just wanna live, don't wanna die, not on this road. Something in my butt. You and I are gonna die together. So yeah, what's that, babe? Yeah, we have been lucky with the weather so far, you're right. Yeah, I know, I'm cold and miserable too. But we're nearly there, like halfway there, you know, we'll be alright. What's that? Yeah, you're right, let's get some nice hot food when we get there. You look good, you know. Like, I know you're cold and like sad and miserable, but I don't know, you look more beautiful when you're like this. Yeah, one of the ways you want to keep, like, you know, people happy is just constantly give them compliments. Just keep them happy, keep their morale up, because trust me, when they're miserable, you're just better off trying to keep them as happy as possible, otherwise it's going to be an absolute nightmare. It's a real big shame because the road from Mae Hong Son to Pai so far has been absolutely stunningly beautiful. Like, you know, I'm on the handlebars praying I don't die, but when I do get that chance, I look up and I look around and I'm like, wow, this road could have been the most beautiful road we went on, but you know, the weather's been so bad I can't really get my cameras out and show you. And You know, it's quite dangerous at the best of times on this road. There was going to be a really cool cave and a waterfall along the way, but you know, I'm just cold and miserable. So now I just want to sort of maybe make our way to Pai. But we'll see, maybe it'll clear up. But yeah, let's go. Oh my god, that feels so good. Oh, yes. Oh my god. Hey guys. Yeah, I just got a fresh pair of socks on. Oh. Ah, yeah, you can't beat that, can you? Oh, yes. Freezing cold by the time I got to Pai. And, jumped in the shower, and I've got all my warm clothes on. I'm feeling almost back to normal. Let me show you around. I've got a private room. I'll explain more. This is the bathroom. You have to go down giant steps, and there's a hot shower, which isn't really that hot. And these are the single beds for me and my beautiful girlfriend. Then they have this sort of like mosquito nest thing, which is good. And then you come out here and you have hammock, little area to hang out. All my stuff out here is drying, which sucks because all my warm clothes, my fleece, well, my rain jacket's soaked obviously, my rain jacket underneath, the water dripped through, so I got soaking wet there. Then my jeans got soaked down at the bottom. My bag got soaked. This had all my camera equipment in, and it's soaking wet. So luckily all my camera gear survived, I don't know how. And then my shoes, my only pair of shoes, are soaked. And another interesting thing is, if you look behind me over there, that is Spicy Pai Hostel, which is where we stayed in Series 1. Me and Ty's actually camped on that bit of rice paddy there. And I've gone over there to see if any of the people who used to work there are there now, but they've all moved on, so don't know anybody. Which this is actually a perfect situation for me, because I can go over there in the evenings and like pretend I'm a backpacker and try to make friends. And if they're all weird, I can just come over here and I'm in my own little room, do my thing, and I don't have to, like, you know, sleep in the dorm. And we'll get onto that in a second, because I've had mixed feelings about coming back to Pai. Oh, fucking hell. And then that way, and then you do this one, and then you do that one, and then you do these ones. And now we're in a hammock, which looks uncomfortable because it is. It's not one of those nice hammocks, but it'll do. Basically, I came to Pai the first time 6 or 7 years ago, a long time ago now. And I stayed in Spicy Pai Hostel over there, so good memories. And I made a really good group of friends. There was like 12 of us, and we stayed there for like a week. And then half of us went off traveling together, the other half went off traveling together, and then we kept meeting back up as a big unit for weeks and months, all around Southeast Asia, because at that time I was on a big crazy trip. And then I kept coming back to Pai year after year after year. And I realised that I never really liked Pai as much the first time, and the reason is because I realised, and this is something I've learned travelling for a long time, is it doesn't really matter where you are, it's who you're with. Like, for example, you could be at like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon with rainbows exploding and unicorns pissing down beer in your mouth, and if you were surrounded by a bunch of nightmares, it wouldn't really make that moment. Whereas on the flip side, and the Budgeteers is a perfect example of, you can be hitchhiking down some dusty old part of Mexico or in some shithole town, but if you're with two people or anybody that you love or love to be around, then you're going to be having a great time.
We are the champions. We are the champions.
Are you tired?
I'm tired and hungry, and really need a beer. Dum dum. Or a coffee.
What I realised was, coming back to Pai year after year, I was leaving disappointed and frustrated because I never really got to recapture that moment, that feeling of being with that group of people, that group of travellers that we had found. And so I realised after many years that you should never try and recreate a moment that was built around people. Like, never go to a place expecting to have a similar experience. And every trip I've made coming back here, I've just felt like yeah, just didn't really get on with the people, or maybe it's because I was getting older, I don't know, but I just didn't really connect with anyone the last few times I've been here. And you know, I come to Pi to socialise, and so I kept coming back here and leaving like empty-handed really. A lot of people come to hostels, even though it's cheap, which is the first reason. The second reason is people want to be able to like meet other people and like connect and form groups like that. And when you're in a group, you know, safety in numbers, you can go and rent bikes and go explore, and you'll always have the backup of having someone else or a few other people to help you out. You know, the exact opposite of the trip that I'm on right now. But there are pros and cons with both types of travel, for sure. A lot of pros and cons. And right now, the cons of this trip aren't really stressing me out or worrying me too much. We're having fun at the end of the day, aren't we? I think for the good of the vlog, we'll just catch up later, whether that'll be tomorrow or whether that will be tonight. I don't know, maybe I'll go paint the town red, or maybe something incredible will happen, or more likely I'll probably watch a movie and go to bed. But either way, I'll catch you in a bit, okay?